Yo, 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 what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NBA to the Galaxy Pod, presented to you by DSM Media, as well as your host, myself, Slim. You can follow me on X at R2R30111. And you can follow your other host here at Scotty Drown, what the guy that is over there. And as you can see by the title today, we'll be ranking the top 15 small forwards heading to next season, as well as dive to another topic. Josh Giddey just got paid from the Chicago Bulls. It's been a long off season for that brother, but hey, he got paid. And we'll kind of discuss that. And obviously, we're going to close the show out with the Who You Got weekly segment. But before we dive into any of that, my guy Scotty, how you doing today, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. We on what do they call it? Friday Eve. Nice Thursday evening here. I'm happy the week's almost over. It feels like it's been a busy one, bro. Just a lot going on in general. I'm sure you guys know what I'm insinuating about out there. Just a ton of
Yeah,
shit going on right now.
it's been a
Um,
long week for sure.
but work, I mean, all of it's piling up this week. I'm ready to get to the weekend, but take a break and have some fun right now. Talk about some NBA, man, and some top 50. I love doing lists in the off season, as I've mentioned before.
Yeah.
So this is always fun for me. But I'm feeling good, bro. How you doing today, my man? How you been?
Hey, I'm doing good, bro. I can't complain. We still here, so hey, can't complain. So
Yes, sir.
just
Hey,
just to kind of
NBA
let the
season's almost here.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. We like about 2 weeks away from training camp, so hey, it's almost here. And just to let the audience know, this is pre-recorded, by the way. So if you guys come in, we won't be able to like interact back with you guys, but we appreciate it nonetheless. So yeah, but nonetheless, I'm doing good, and hey, we got should be a fun episode today for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. So let's start at the top, man. Josh Giddey, he got what, like $100 million?
Yeah, 4 years, $100 million contract, man.
So 25 mil a year. I guess I don't know. What do you think about it? What do you think
I
about the
mean,
extension when you first saw it? Did it surprise you? Did it feel like this was there's rumors, but 100 million? Maybe that's just not a lot these days.
honestly, I don't see the problem with it. I think why I kind of like prolonged this long is because he wanted more, in a sense, like you just said, like 25 a year. So I don't know. I feel like it's pretty fair for him. He's only been in the league going on 5 years, and it isn't like he's been an all star, made an all NBA team. So I feel like that contract fits him, and it's perfect in a sense. So yeah, kudos to him for getting the bag. It took a long time to get it, but he got it. So hey.
It's funny, man. I was trying to pull up his numbers on ESPN, and for some reason they just don't even
I
like
will
have
say
them
this though. I
available on there,
know, like after the All Star break this year, he was putting up some really good numbers. To be more exact, he was shooting really good from 3 point range.
which is
So
huge. Yeah,
yeah, it is. But with a guy like his skill set, he's a 6'8" playmaker, pretty much like an all around player, honestly.
yeah.
So if he, gets a consistent jumper, then that can very much so be a scary sight for the league.
14.6 points last season, 8.1 rebounds, 7.2 assists, career high in rebounds per game, career high in assists per game, and second best when it comes to points per game with the Bulls. So
So
looks like he's getting more opportunity and he's been able to show a little bit more with the Chicago. Not that he was bad for OKC, it just got to the point where it was kind of a clunky fit. They
yeah,
had
it
a little bit
was.
too much of the
Yeah.
same like type of player, I guess.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think to your point, if he can continue to make that 3 point shot more consistent is the big thing. So that he has to be guarded out there, which opens up the floor for him to play make, which is where he excels. That's what makes him the great player that he is. So I do feel you, man. Looking at the numbers, looking at the impact, it is, not the most talented Chicago Bulls team right now. They can afford to give some money out to maybe not a superstar, but maybe a potential all-star in the right role. We'll see how he continues to project. But what does this mean for your guy, like Kuminga? Like I guess what I will ask, like, how do you view Kuminga in comparison to Josh Giddey? Like, do you view them as the same caliber? Do you view one better than the other? Like, how do you look at those two guys?
Well, I say Josh Giddey has more value because he can bring more to a team than
That's more,
Kaminga.
yeah.
I would say the only thing that Kaminga probably got over Josh Giddey is that he's a better scorer. So you can kind of tie it in with his athleticism, having that,
Defense.
that advantage over him. But for the most part, Josh Giddey, you go down the list, he kind of got him beat, playmaking, better rebounder,
Yeah.
IQ. So yeah, even shooting. Like, can you look at Josh Giddey's numbers like from 3 point range? Like, I think it was like 37%, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, can you kind of verify that if you can?
Yeah, let me give me 1 second.
Yeah, I think it was like
For
close
some
to.
reason he just wouldn't show up in the app, but he shows up on ESPN on the
Yes, yeah, I think it was close to like 37, but
yeah, it was approaching 38. So
38, yeah, that's pretty good,
that
man.
is solid. That's
Yeah,
solid for him
pretty
for
good.
sure.
So yeah, I think Josh Giddey pretty much has him beating anything else outside of those things I listed.
And then the other guy that obviously we think about here, because these guys were all in the same situations. I'm just thinking about Quentin Grimes.
Mm-hmm.
And the best way that I will put it for that situation, right, is with the Sixers specifically, Josh Giddey would be a much better fit than what Quentin Grimes is with this current roster, in my opinion, because he is big enough to like play like this forward role, but he also could just bring the ball up, handle the ball, run the offense. Maxey could play off guard, so on and so forth. So when I think about fit with the Sixers, Josh Giddey's better, but overall player, this man Quentin Grimes was averaging 22 down the stretch when he came over to the Sixers. Obviously, no Embiid, no Paul George, no McCain. So he had a lot of opportunity, but also there was nobody to take attention away from him there. The teams that he was going against, he was the number one scorer that they were preparing for each night. So it is an interesting conversation. It makes me wonder what type of contract he's going to get. And there was a rumor that came out the other day that the Sixers are trying to move like Andre Drummond, Kelly Oubre, so they can make a little bit more room for Grimes.
Yeah.
So
I seen that with Kelly Oubre to be exact. Yeah.
his statement, yeah.
Yeah. I seen
I
him
don't
make
know.
he posted on his Instagram, right, or something like that.
Yeah. How do you feel about Oubre as a player? I know, like outside looking in, he's played for the Warriors before, but do you view him as like a good player, average, or like do you view him as a bad player? Like how do you feel about Oubre?
He's solid. When he was with Charlotte, he did have 1 year. I think he averaged like 20 or close to
Yeah.
20. And you can kind of get the picture that I'm painting here. When he was with Charlotte, he did that. But when he played for teams like Golden State, your Sixers teams that's trying to compete,
Yeah.
it didn't really work out for real. So, but
Yeah.
he's still you guys' team. He could, turn around potentially. But I don't know, man. It's like Kelly is a very interesting player because it's like he has his stretches of where he can do things good and he can, do things very bad. It's kind of confusing, though. But
You're hitting the nail on the head. That's
yeah,
my experience with Kelly. Like
yeah,
there's times
same here.
where
Like,
I loved him as a player, and then there's times where I'm just like scratching my head,
that's
like
what I'm
what the
saying,
hell is
bro.
this guy doing?
Yeah.
I think last year, the first year that he came over, I can't remember if it was like 2 or 3 seasons ago, but the first year he came over, I really liked him. He was like that perfect role player, like around Embiid and Maxey. And then last year, he got asked to do stuff out of his element. So I don't know. The Sixers fan base, like generally speaking, from what I see, want him gone. Like they do not like him at all. From my perspective, he's just. I don't know that it will hurt that much if he's still on the team this year. Like it's
Yeah, I
not gonna
mean,
hurt us.
it ain't that many better options out there, if I'm being honest. Unless y'all just getting, I don't know, some just significantly inflated.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Something unexpected.
right.
Ben Simmons, maybe.
Hey, man, why we sell it? He went to New York, damn it.
That's crazy. His agent like ditched him, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he wouldn't like work with New York to make something happen. His agent was just like, he's done with that guy and dropped him. So we'll see what's next for Ben Simmons, man. Once upon a time, he might have been
yeah,
on
I
this
seen
list.
that, bro. Yeah, yeah. I think he probably either retire, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think
Either
so
that
too.
or go overseas, cause
He's
it's
probably
like,
still mentally drained, bro.
yeah. See, that's the thing about Ben, man. He tried to blame the Sixers fan base and this and that, but bro, at the end of the day, you just really putting your insecurities off on other people. You got to
Yeah,
look yourself in the mirror, hold yourself accountable for that moment that happened in whatever game there was in the postseason, bro. You have to hold
spot
yourself
on.
accountable.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you, bro. So yeah, I don't actually like dislike him anymore now. Like, I'm over it. He didn't turn into anything after he left the Sixers, so I kind of feel bad for him, if anything. But kind of leads us into our conversation, man. Maybe at one point Ben Simmons would have been a top 10, top 15 small forward or power forward or point guard, depending on what you considered him. But
Point forward.
he's obviously not in any of those categories anymore, so it
Not
doesn't
even top
matter.
75.
But we got the top 15 small forwards to get into, bro. So I'm
Yeah.
excited to get into it with you. Do you want to keep doing it the way we've been doing the other two position groups? Go from 15 to 1, or do you want to switch it up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel it. I think I went first last time. Do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first? I actually don't care.
Yeah, I go first.
I think we had the same guy.
All right, today we're talking about the top 15 small forwards heading to next season. Not just a list, we're breaking down why each guy is where they're at. And let's get into it. So for me, man, coming in at number 15, I got Amen Thompson of the Houston Rockets. This is a guy that I think it was like November or like December last year. He had like a game against the Boston Celtics. And that kind of put him on the map. Like that
Yeah.
got a lot of people's attention. The way he was like going at Brown and Tatum and defending those guys. You could be like, yeah, this dude is very special, and he's going to be in this league for a long time as long as he keep putting the work in. And fast forward to him having, finishing that season on a strong note. He solidified himself as one of the best wing defenders in this league, bro, without a doubt. And he's just in his second year, and he had a pretty good playoff appearance. He played against my Warriors, but now the sky's the limit for this guy, and I got him at 15 for sure. So, yeah.
Nah, I obviously love that pick. I have him a little bit prerequisite. I have him a little bit higher on my list, but he does make it. So I do definitely feel you. For me, number 15, I have DeAndre Hunter. He's a guy who has kind of found his place once getting to Cleveland. I'm not going to discount him in Atlanta. He just didn't get maybe as much opportunity, maybe didn't fit as well with that group. Whatever the case may be, fits a lot better in Cleveland. I love him in that two-way role. He gets to kind of simplify his role next to Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and those guys. He has a nice rim protector behind him, but he is a two-way forward, and that is what I like about him. Even dating back to Virginia, I remember this guy. He used to cook against Duke. He was Mr. Fundamental in college. So I remember this guy, but he's just a nice, solid player. 47% from the field, 41% from three, 85% from the free throw line, 17 points per game. That's how he gets into my top 15, though.
For sure. I ain't mad at it. Coming in for me, man, number 14, I got Cam Johnson going over to the Denver Nuggets. I feel like it's going to be a great fit. He's going to get a lot of good looks, man, playing alongside Jokic and even Jamal Murray. So, knockdown shooter, great. Complimentary a piece, not a number one or two option, but you want a guy like him spacing the floor, for stars like I just listed, like Jokic and, and Robin over there and Murray. So, yeah, man, that's what I got coming at number 14, man, Cam Johnson.
I like it, bro. Do you think how much of an upgrade do you think Cam Johnson is over Michael Porter Jr.?
Well, when you do the math, I think it's a significant upgrade because his MPJ $40 million, his salary, it adds up to Cam Johnson, Bruce Brown, Valanciunas, and whoever else they signed like on a 1 year.
Interesting.
So,
yeah,
that's a significant upgrade. Now, if you were to just say between MPJ or Cam Johnson, I think I'd probably go with Cam Johnson because he does a little bit more. Like with MPJ,
smarter.
Yeah, MPJ, he's he can get buckets, he can rebound, he can slide his puppies too if need be. But Cam Johnson kind of does a little bit more in terms of getting to the rim and making a little plays here and there. So, yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. He's also just a weirdo off the basketball court, by the way.
Man, what an offseason that brother has been having.
But I will say, bro, like seeing him go to Brooklyn, it'll be interesting to see if he gets to expand his game there. Because obviously you have, to your point, Jamal Murray, Jokic handling the ball all the time. So whether he has that in his game or not is kind of to be determined, in my opinion. But
I say this,
he didn't showcase a lot of it in Denver.
Before he had that back injury,
he had a bag, yeah.
I think dude with a dead ass been the next T Mac mixed with KD, and I'm not even
That's what they
bullshit
were calling him. Yeah.
because yeah, if you watch some of his highlights before he went down with that back injury in college, bro, you would know
Yeah.
why I'm saying it right now. So
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I remember when he was in college and the things they would say about him. And it's funny we're here. This is actually my number 14, Michael Porter Jr. Had a
all
decent
right,
season for the Denver Nuggets last year. To your point, I do like the Cam Johnson fit a lot more there, but he is a quality player. He knocks down 3-pointers and he rebounds, and that is qualities that you need in today's NBA. Because a lot of points are simply going to be scored in NBA games. You need guys to score them, and this guy can score the rock. He doesn't get a little bit higher because, like I said, I think there's other players in this position group that are just a little bit smarter. They do a little bit more for their team overall, and maybe just fit in a little bit better, right, with whatever setting they're in. So that's why he comes in at number 14 and not higher. But 18 points per game, 51% from the field, 40% from the three-point line. Can't complain about the efficiency, at least.
make a play. And also, I give him a lot of praise too. In the playoffs, he was dealing with a shoulder injury, but he still played. So,
Played through it. Yeah,
you
that's a
know,
good point.
I gain a different level of respect for guys like that. So,
That's a good
yeah.
point.
So for me, man, coming in number 13, one of my favorite players to ever come across this league. I hope he win a ring one day. And that's Debo, man, DeMar DeRozan. You know, he still get buckets, still crafty as ever. You know, but his age and defense kind of push him down in the league full of younger and more athletic wings. You
Yeah,
know, without a
I
doubt,
would agree with
he
that.
still can give you 20 points, but it kind of doesn't like translate to nothing for real. And yeah, one of the best mid range scorers to ever come across his league. But I got him at number 13, man. So yeah, Debo.
It's interesting, man. DeRozan was a guy that was definitely confusing me throughout my throughout my list for sure. Number 13 for me is going to be Denny Advia. Am I saying that right? Advia?
Yeah,
Advia? I
Danny.
hear it said really fast all the time. I've never like pronounced it, if that makes sense. Like Denny Avia. Like you can say it really quick and get away with it. But nonetheless, this guy's very talented. He's got to showcase a little bit more out in Portland so far. 17 points per game last year. He does a little bit of everything though. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, a steal per game. Shoots 37% from the 3-point line. And I think the crazy thing for him is I could see his game expanding a little bit more. If he was on a good team, I think people would recognize him a little bit more as well. I think his skill set is very coveted in today's league. He's played for the Wizards and he's played for the Trailblazers or so. So I mean, it hasn't been the greatest sets of showcases for him, but I think he is a name that we're going to start hearing a little bit more across the league.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. For me, man, coming in number 12, bro, I got a familiar foe, and that's Andrew Wiggins. We seen final Wiggins. When he's locked in, he could be elite, but his night to night consistency is why he lands lower here. When he's on, he's on. But when he's off, goddamn. So,
I know
you
that's
know,
right.
former number 1 overall pick, and I wish him the best down there in Miami. But that's why I got coming in number 12, Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, I'm actually very interested to see what happens with Andrew Wiggins this season with Miami and what he looks like, right? If he can continue to expand his role like he showed down the stretch last season late. So
I'm gonna
Andrew
say
Wiggins
this
is
too.
interesting.
I've been seeing a lot of reports like with him being linked to the Lakers.
Interesting.
A lot of reports.
How do you like that fit?
I think it'd be a good fit. It just depends on what they have to give up,
Yeah. If he can knock down the 3-point shot consistently, I mean, it'll be a great fit, quite honestly.
And defend. So.
Yeah, exactly. Number 12 is a guy that you already named, Amen Thompson of the Houston Rockets. You hit the nail on the head with everything you said about him. Just a great all-around player. He's just getting started. I expect his numbers to just continue to rise. Maybe not the rebounds, right? He's averaging like 8 rebounds. That's just great, like for a guy his size and the position that he plays. Close to 4 assists per game. He has close to a steal and a half per game. 14 points per game is a little low for this list, but He does so much else that you just can't even show in a stat sheet. I feel like the intangibles are just off the charts with this guy. And he's quite honestly my favorite player on the Houston Rockets, and one of my favorite players in the league. Just the style, the relentlessness, and the is brave the right word? Like he's not afraid of
He's definitely bold.
He's just not afraid of anybody,
Yeah,
bro.
you seen what he did to Tyler
against the
Hero.
Warriors.
Yeah, you seen what he did to Tyler Hero.
Yeah. You're not lying, bro. Bro is bold. And that's what I like about him, man. I would love to have him on my team, but he comes in at number 12 for me.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So for me, coming in at number 11, you just mentioned this guy, got Deni Agua. You know, quietly emerging as a two-way force. You know, Portland might be the perfect spot for him to level up. His defense and improved score make him a sleep on his list. And yeah, he kind of like your do it all forward. You know, he does a lot of things. He's not just specifically great at one thing. He just kind of, you know, does everything at a high level. He rebound, play make. He can get buckets. He's even improved his 3-point shooting. So yeah, I feel like the sky's the limit. And to your point, unfortunately, you know, he started off in Washington, then he went over to Portland. Not the best of things happen to you, but you're pretty young. So you kind of can do your own thing, come to your own. And then as you know, keep coming to your own, like contending teams eventually like want you, you know, try to trade for you. So he just kind of like building his stock up and, you know, eventually get a big payday too. So
man,
that's what got coming in at number 11.
He's just another dream player that I would love to have on the Sixers. But yeah, well said, brother. Number 11 for me, brother, is going to be Mikal Bridges. I'll be honest, this is kind of where it got like really tough for me, is these next maybe 4 or 5 players that I'm going to name. But Mikal Bridges comes in here. He averaged close to 18 points per game, 3 rebounds, close to 4 assists. I would just like to see the 3-point shot efficiency go up a little bit more, especially playing in that New York offense, where he's going to get a lot of spot-up shots playing with the people that he plays with. So I would like to see that increase, but a great, if not one of the best two-way players that you can find in the NBA when it comes to defense, and whether you like mid-range jump shots or not, he can score the rock. So I do like Mikal Bridges. Wish we never traded him on draft night with his mom working in the Sixers front office. That is just one thing I will never forget. But no, he's a good kid. He's a great piece for the New York Knicks and a great fit. And yeah, he comes in at number 11 for me, man. Maybe could be a little bit higher. Maybe I'm sleeping on him a little bit.
Hey, that's what's up, man. So for me, man, coming in number 10, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm very high on this guy. I still feel like he has some untapped potential to tap into. He is relatively young, and that's Keegan Murray of the Sacramento Kings.
I like it.
An elite shooter with size and growing defensive chops. If Sacramento keeps feeding him, he could be the next breakout wing in this league for sure. So in saying that, I kind of hope that they run the offense through him a little bit more heading to next season, because he has the tools to potentially go out there and get you like 17, 18 a game. Just kind of, you know, just have to let the offense run through him a little bit more. So that's still got coming in number 10, man, Keegan Murray.
I like it. That is a guy that did not make my list. I will just throw that out there. But no, I do agree with what you said. I liked what I saw from him down the stretch. So we'll see where he can continue to expand. Number 10 on my list is going to be a guy you mentioned earlier, Cam Johnson. I agree with everything you said earlier about him. I think he's going to be a great fit with Denver. It's interesting to see, like, can his numbers go up playing next to Jokic? Like, is it possible? Like, he averaged, close to 19 last year?
It's possible.
Could he get into the 20s with Jokic? Like obviously, Jokic takes a ton of attention.
That's what I'm saying. So he's never going to, like, this is the most wide open he's ever going to be.
It's going to be annoying, actually.
If like with Booker, this is Jokic we're talking about here. Like,
yeah, no, that is a great
CP3,
point.
He played with CP3 as well. So,
and I'm just thinking, so MPJ averaged 18-7, 51, 40, 77 shooting. Cam Johnson on the Nets, 19, 4, and 3. 48, 39, 89% shooting. like we discussed earlier, I think Cam Johnson is going to excel a little bit more than even Michael Porter Jr. did in that role.
Yeah, just a little bit more. Not too crazy, but
Not too crazy, but yeah.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. Who you got at number 9, I believe?
Yeah. So for me, man, number 9, this is a guy who, he was going through some things off the court. He was suspended for a whole season, but he kind of came back and started coming to his own. And that's Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets. Athletic scorer, explosive off the bounce, a sneaky good rebounder. He'll have big nights where he looks top 7, but consistency is the issue there. Like sometimes, like I said, pop off or go like a 5-game stretch of like averaging close to 30 and then kind of lose it from there. But he's been in Charlotte his whole career. And he's been improving for the most part every season. So I got Miles Bridges coming in number 9.
Yeah, no, he is he's a guy that you will hear shortly on my list. But number 9 on my list is going to be DeMar DeRozan, a guy you mentioned earlier. I'll leave it at the fact that he's still a bucket. He can get you 20 a night. There's an argument about, the quality, I guess you could say, of his statistics. Like, do they contribute towards winning? And it's just in this new day and age where everything is so focused around the 3-point line and the 3-point shot and space in the floor. But I still have to give him respect where it's due. The fact that he's put up numbers everywhere he's been. He's just a machine. So respect to DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah. So for me, man, coming in number 8, I got Mikal Bridges of the New York Knicks. Obviously one of the more durable guys in the league today. I mean, he has not missed an NBA game in his career yet, and
that is crazy.
Yeah, he's been in the league like 7 seasons now, maybe more than that. I don't know. But you get the memo. He's versatile, very good defender, and he's been coming to his own offensively. When he went down to Brooklyn, you kind of see him step into that role of being more assertive and being more aggressive on that end. So yeah, man, he went over to New York, and the fit has been very good. He had like a 44-point game of 40, like on Christmas Day last year when they played the Spurs. He was just getting to that midi and knocking it down. So, man, that's what got coming in number 8, Mikal Bridges.
Yeah, I like it. We got these guys kind of just mixed up in this little. That's what I meant, man. When you get like to 10 and 11, it just starts getting fuzzy. But number 8 for me is going to be Miles Bridges, the other Bridges that you just named as your number 9, I believe it was. So I'm going with Miles Bridges at number 8, just one spot ahead. And he, everything you said, it's really just about consistency at the top level of his game. He is a very solid player. Like, at the end of the day, he's obviously very sturdy built. He defends well. He's athletic. The 3-point shot and overall efficiency shooting could use a little bit of work overall. Can he continue to mature, man? That's the big question. Can he stay out of trouble off the court? And, just like every Hornets player, you just have to ask, like, what does this look like in another organization with like stability and good basketball environment? Like, what does it look like? It can go up or down in that sense. So he's an interesting player, but I will give credit where it's due, despite his decisions off the court that I don't necessarily agree with. Yes. Still a very talented player.
Yeah, for sure. So man, coming in on 7, one of my favorite players in the league. Call this guy smooth operator, and that's Brandon Ingram of the Toronto Raptors. Smooth scorer, probably the best pure shot creator in this group, outside of the top guys. But having consistency kind of keeps him outside the top 5. Like, when Brandon Ingram is cooking, bro, he is cooking. I feel like him going to Toronto would do wonders for his career. He's a veteran now. And, injury, he's just been dealing with that a lot, to be more exact, over the past couple of years.
Yeah.
But once he's on, man, he's on. So, yeah, but that's what got coming in on 7, man, Brandon Ingram.
Yeah, and this is a guy, well, let me be clear, he's number 7 for me as well. So that lined up perfectly. But he's just a guy that has, like, been on his way out of New Orleans, like, what feels like forever, but maybe just the last 2 seasons, where when you're playing with that type of uncertainty about your environment, that, I'm surprised that he's still been able to produce at the level that he's been able to. But he went to Toronto, to your point. It looked like a much better situation, fit. He's up there with his Duke brother, RJ Barrett. It's an interesting like little trio they got there, you know, between RJ Barrett, Brandon Ingram, and then Scotty Barnes to cover, you know, shooting guard through power forward. It's a little clunky, but we'll see how it works. Your point about him being such a smooth player, yeah, I agree, man. I've got to watch this guy for a very long time. He can get his own shot, to your point. He's improved as a three-point shooter. I think that's huge. And his length and size just make him a decent defender at the very least. All he has to do is try, and he can be a good defender, in my opinion. Like you said, consistency at the top level once again, and that's kind of what separates these guys we're talking about now from that like top 5, top 4 group. So yeah, Brandon Ingram at number 7 for me as well, brother.
Yes, sir. And for me, man, coming in number 6, this guy just fresh off an NBA championship, and that's J-Dub, Jalen Williams of the Oklahoma City Thunder. This dude is a serious problem. You know, super efficient, versatile defender, can score from all 3 levels. Yeah, man, you know, you kind of seen him coming to his own. You know, last season, he was a first-time All-Star. He had was it a 40-point game? Was it the finals? He had like a 40-point game or something like that. But nonetheless, this dude, his potential is out this roof.
Yeah.
And he's a great addition to the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he's going to be in this league for a very long time if you keep putting in the work. And yeah, he's a special talent. So I got Jalen Williams coming in number 6 on my list, man.
I like it, man. Number 6 for me is going to be your guy, Jimmy Butler, man. And I realized with this list, I went with a little bit of youth at the top. Mm-hmm. Well, that's funny to say. Not at the top. I take that back. I take that statement back. Not youth. Just youth ahead of Jimmy, ultimately. Yeah. Jimmy, I think at the top of his game, you can argue like top 3. I think playoff Jimmy is that guy. Yeah. It's just the everyday Jimmy that we get through regular season. It can be so up and down. He's been battling injuries the last couple of seasons, in and out of the lineup during the regular season. So that's why he does drop a little bit lower. The averages, like, obviously, they don't look like up to par with what we're used to with Jimmy. But once again, switching teams last year, off the court a lot for Miami for that first part of the season. He was finding his ground once he got to Golden State. I think we do see a better version of Jimmy this season with Golden State now that he's comfortable and settled in. So comes in at number 6, but I understand at his top pinnacle, at his peak. That's the word I'm searching for there. At his peak, he's definitely up further on this list.
Yeah, for sure. For me, man, come on, number 5, I got Franz Wagner.
Top 5.
Yeah, top 5, baby. Franz Wagner. The Orlando Magic, the young star in Orlando. His game keep expanding. You know, efficient scorer, solid defender, and one of the best young wings in the Eastern Conference, where to be more second in the league overall.
Yeah.
You know, 6'10". I think for sure he's going to be an all-star next season. So, yeah, I got Franz Wagner at number 5.
Yeah, I got him in the same exact spot, bro. Franz Wagner, number 5. This is a guy, man, I want to put him up higher. I do. Mm-hmm. You just can't, like, reasonably. I agree with everything you said. He can score the rock. He does a little bit of everything. He rebounds. He play makes. He even gets it in on the defensive end. He shows a lot of effort there. He's very complimentary to Paolo, I feel, to where they can kind of switch back and forth playmaking for the team. So I like what they have going on there. The only detractor for Franz that, like, just when I looked at his numbers, it threw me off was the 30% from the 3-point line. It's just got to get better. Like, he's a better shooter than that. Like, he can shoot better than that from the 3-point line. So that's the only, like, real detractor for me when it comes to Franz. But I agree with you. I think he's still on the rise.
Yeah, for sure. And coming in at number 4 for me, man, this is a guy, by the way, depending on how this upcoming season, like, pans out for him, he could very much so be top 2 for me. And that's Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics. You know, it ain't no secret Tatum down with an injury, and this is his opportunity to finally be a number 1 option on the.
Great point. Yeah.
I don't know if I say a championship caliber team, but a contending team. I say they do have some very good assets around them, so we'll see. But this is a guy, you know, he won Finals MVP last year. He proved he could be, you know, the guy on the biggest stage of them all. His defense plus his rim pressure puts him in that upper tier for sure. And yeah, man. So that's what got coming in number 4, man. Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
I like it. I like it, man. Obviously, I'm very high on Jaylen Brown. But up next, I got the other J Dub from OKC, man. He really, really impressed me down the stretch in the postseason to perform in the finals, in the Western Conference Finals at such a young age. He's already seen it all. And I'm just curious where he can take his game. The one thing I'll say about J Dub, just because I feel like you covered him very well. He's a great young talent. He's on the rise as well. The only thing I'll say, man, is does he play like a small forward to you?
But that's the thing, though. Most
Plays like a
wings,
guard to me, but I
that's what I'm
understand his
saying, man.
position.
Yeah, most guys that play the wing position, bro, I don't know.
They don't attack the rim like that, I feel
Yeah,
like.
it's a lot of shooting going on for sure.
Right?
A lot
So
of
maybe
shooting. But
that
I will
makes
say
him a
this.
small forward. Maybe that's what
Yeah.
I don't know.
J-Dub game is very unique though, because
It
like I said,
is.
he can score at all 3 levels, bro. Like
He
get
can,
to, he
yeah.
get to the midi, 3-pointer, get to the rim.
I just picture him as like I feel like what he's best at is like driving to the rack. Like he's a great finisher with both hands. He has a lot of like touch shots in the paint that he can use.
Mm-hmm.
But you are right. Like he is a 3-level scorer. That's why his numbers are so good. Yeah, he's an interesting player. He's unique. That's the best way to describe him. I like that.
Mm-hmm. Was that your 4 or
4.
3?
Yeah, 4.
Okay. So for me, man, this is a guy coming in number 3. Very, very, very fun guy. And that is Kawhi Leonard of the Los Angeles Clippers. When healthy, bro.
Fun.
When healthy, Kawhi arguably the best two-way small forward in the game today. An elite mid-range shooter, elite defense. Proven playoff resume. Health is the only thing holding him back, though. We all know what Kawhi can do when he healthy. I mean, look what he just did in the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
He made that series go to 7 games.
Yeah.
To my point, sometimes you even forget that Kawhi is in the league. Me and you have had this, situation happen between us like numerous of times when we talked about it, be like, oh, Kawhi. So yeah, but that's what got coming at number 3, man, Kawhi.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Number 3 for me is going to be a guy you just mentioned, Jaylen Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously an NBA champion, Finals MVP. He's kind of accomplished a lot in his career, right?
Yeah, sure.
I did love your point about Tatum not being in the picture this year and how that kind of sets the table or opens up the table for Jaylen Brown to kind of expand his role and do more for that Boston Celtics team. To your point, if they do get to the playoffs and get into any situation where they can actually contend, that's going to be a big shout out to Jaylen Brown if that ends up the case. I'm not saying it will. I'm just saying if it does, it'll say a lot about Jaylen Brown in a positive light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's on that? And number 2, man, I told you this before we went on air. I'm being biased here, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm being very biased.
It happens.
Because this guy, when he came over to my team, he pretty much changed the whole season around, bro. We wouldn't even made the playoffs if it wasn't for him. We only lost like 5 games when he came over, and that says a lot. And then it's Jimmy Butler, bro, the Golden State Warriors, man. Playoff Jimmy is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. He's not about the regular season grind as much, but when it matters, his two-way intensity and leadership put him above most of these guys on this list. And I value that the most, like guys that want to get it done when it matters the most. And yeah, man, I got Jimmy Butler coming in number 2, man. Jimmy Buckets.
Yeah, did you put playoff Jimmy when you wrote it down? Because you have to be specific.
Yeah, playoff Jimmy.
Regular season Jimmy not getting on the list, but playoff Jimmy
Butler,
he get up there at number 2. I feel that.
You know what Jimmy Butler about. You had some experience with him.
I do. I know what he's on. That was like 3 years ago, though. He's older now, but no, I feel you though. I got a lot of respect for Jimmy for sure. We're on number 2. Yeah, number 2. My bad. Number 2 for me is going to be the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, the weirdo, the quiet guy.
Wait, hold on, bro. Hold on. I got to cut you off right there, bro. The weirdo is insane, bro. Come on, man. This is the fun guy we're talking about here.
Ain't nothing fun about that guy.
Hey,
Nah, I'm just playing. When he decides to share his personality, he is a funny ass
yeah.
dude. He just does not do it
He
very often.
is though, bro. I remember at the All Star game, they was doing the introductions, bro. He was coming out with the kids, bro, and they had something dancing. Kawhi just started doing this, bro. I was like, bro, this man is just so
He knows
funny,
what he's
bro.
doing, bro. Like he's in music videos and shit. Like he
Yeah,
knows what
yeah,
he's
he was
doing.
in that Too Sexy video.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro.
the future Joe.
Yeah, what Kawhi doing here, bro?
He's a goofy dude, but yeah,
Man.
he's up there, man. Like obviously, like you said, he doesn't play very often. So maybe it's not fair for him to be up this high, but when he plays like he did in the
Man.
playoffs,
I mean,
it's hard to argue
it's hard,
anybody in
bro.
there.
Like it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Hey,
so I don't know, man. Kawhi's still got my respect as a two-way player. When he plays, he's knocked down. He's an elite player. So hopefully we get to see him healthy this year. Maybe I don't know what is going to come of like obviously these recent rumors for him as well, but
yeah.
we'll see where it goes, man.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. And coming in at number one, ladies and gentlemen, it
Number
ain't no
one,
secret. One of the greatest players to ever come across this league.
could they have guessed it?
Do you think so? Is it a mystery?
I think it could be a trick question, but yeah, we still consider LeBron a small forward for sure. Damn, I said his name, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You ruined it, bro. You ruined it. You ruined it, unfortunately, bro. Damn. Anyway, even at his age, he's still in the all NBA level. Playmaking IQ and leadership keeps him at the top. As long as Brian hooping, bro, I think he's going to forever be number one. Because you have to take account, like he's, down at 41, and he's still like doing things at a high level,
Yeah.
playmaking, giving you 20 points. He's improving his 3-point shooting the past couple of years too. So you have to commend him on that for sure. So yeah, man, that's who the both of us got at number one. LeBron. I don't know if you have anything else you want to add to that, but
No, I think you hit the nail on the head. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time, depending on the way you look at it. Ultimately, and he's still just playing at a very very high level. I was surprised when I made this list that I came to the conclusion that Bron was number one. But I guess when I really think about it, like what the center position. I'm just like hypothetically saying like where Bron could fit in on each position's list. You know what I mean? When it comes to that caliber of player, like Giannis is maybe one of the only forwards that I would take over Bron right now. The power forward position, if you combine them with the small forward, it would get interesting to say the least. But I was just surprised to come out with Bron still as the number one small forward in the NBA. Man, it's kind of astonishing that he's still doing enough to be named that at this age for him. I did want to ask you: is he still a top 5 player? Like just knocked down, like off the top of your head, top 5 player still?
I'd say top 7. I ain't gonna say top
Top
5.
7.
I'd say top 7 though. Not top 5. No.
I feel that. I do. I feel that. I think you just look in the other position groups.
Yeah, I it's like 5 people off the top of my head I can name them.
Yeah.
Jokic, Giannis, SGA, Luka, SGA, Giannis, Jokic. I don't know if I got Anna with Brian yet.
Yeah.
I'm missing somebody here, bro. I can't think of his name. I'm definitely missing somebody here, though. I don't know, shit. But I
can't remember exactly who you just named, but yeah, I get what you're saying. I'm probably in the same boat when it comes to that, but yeah, respect to Bron nonetheless. 41, still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
The league's getting older. It's weird, getting older but younger. Whatever. I don't know. Guys are able to stay in the league at a high level longer these days. It's weird, but it's a good thing nonetheless. I don't want to see some of my childhood heroes disappear.
Yeah, man, gotta get ready for that day because it's
gonna happen.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So hey, man, that's the 15. A couple of debate point here. Like after the top 7, though, bro, it get really wide open. Like you can make a case for like J-Dub, already being top 5. Wait, you got me a top 5. Well,
yeah,
I did. Case, being in the top 5, guys like Keegan Murray and Dini, they could like break into that upper tier next year. If Sacramento want to run the offense to Keegan a little bit more, like I alluded to, that would be great. But the small forward spot might be the most competitive position in the league right now, bro. Like
Yeah,
in the times we live in, it's more so like an offensive orientated league.
yeah,
And yeah, some would say like the wing position is the most important position. So
yeah.
yeah,
I think that's outside. I don't want to say outside of the top players. It's not like they're not two-way players. They're just not looked at as just two-way players. But I think that was my focus when I was making this list. Like, can these guys play defense? Like, are they going to lock up?
hey, it's a
But
freshman stream though. Like I value defensive time too. So
yeah, it depends. It depends. Like, Amin Thompson, he's the guy I expect to rise up this list a little bit next year.
oh oh
Get in the top
easy,
10,
yeah.
get in the top 7, maybe.
Yeah,
I
a
don't
lot
know.
of these guys I know he would beat them. Like
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna get. Well, at
I
least
know
in
what you
my
mean by that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I
he's
feel
gonna
you.
be up there. Like yeah. So all right, man. Now it's time to jump into our who you got segment, bro.
Yes, sir.
Today we talk about two of the greatest defensive wings ever. Kawhi Leonard versus Scottie Pippen all time. Who you got? AI, catch this. Help us out. On one side, you got Scottie Pippen, bro. 6-time NBA champion, 10-time all defensive team, arguably the best defender, perimeter defender of the 90s. He wasn't just Jordan's sidekick. Pippen was a point forward before the term even existed. He can guard 1 through 4, run the offense, and can lock for your best scorer. On the other hand, Kawhi Leonard, 2-time NBA champion, 2-time Finals MVP, 2-time Defense Player of the Year. At his peak, Kawhi was one of the most efficient scorers in the league while being the most feared perimeter defender in the league. And unlike Pippen, Kawhi did it as a number one option on championship teams. So, career-wise, who you got? Pippen's resume is definitely longer and more consistent and full of rings, but Kawhi's peak might be higher. He won the Finals MVP in San Antonio at the age of 22, and then he carried Toronto to their first title.
Yeah.
So, all time, who do you have? Scottie Pippen or Kawhi Leonard?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Kawhi Leonard, man. I think at the end of the day, Kawhi Leonard was the face of his championships. He was the best player in those finals appearances. He got Finals MVP in San Antonio, right? When they won the trip?
At the age of 22.
He did.
Yes.
Yeah, you said that. My bad. Maybe you repeat yourself. But yeah, he no, that right there speaks to itself. And then obviously he gets the Finals MVP for Toronto when they win the championship. Did it with 2 different organizations. Didn't have Michael Jordan with him, but even just looking at them individually, like just like by themselves, like versus each other or like a one-on-one setting, I just think Kawhi is just. Maybe I'm sleeping on Scottie, but I just feel like Kawhi is just way more technically sound. Like he's more efficient as a scorer to where I think he could piece Scottie up more than Scottie's going to piece him up, if that makes sense. I think he's a better shooter. I think that's what it comes down to for me.
Great points. I agree, bro. I got to go with Kawhi on that.
Kawhi, the claw.
And, I would say this. Scottie, he does have some things. He does beat Kawhi some categories, such as being like a better playmaker. Like I mentioned, I think Scottie I'm tripping. I thought Scottie Pippen was a point forward before the term was even listed, if I'm being honest. Like that was he did, like Chicago making plays and stuff. So yeah, but if you think about it, like if you were to replace Kawhi with Scottie Pippen in San Antonio when they won a chip, I think that they still win the chip.
Yeah.
But if you replace Scottie with Kawhi in Toronto, I don't think that they get the job done. So in saying that, I'm gonna have to take Kawhi all the time. No knock on Scottie. And Scottie has been saying a lot of crazy stuff about MJ over the past several years.
I think that stains him a little bit too, man. Like, it just seems salty.
Because like we seen Scottie try to be the number one option. Like when he went to
Portland,
he was kind of a little bit older then, but he tried. It didn't work out, but nonetheless, I got Kawhi, bro. And here's the follow-up. We can talk about this.
What's up?
1v1. Kawhi versus Pippen. Who wins that matchup? Kawhi got the strength, the mid-range game, and the outside shot to create space. Pippen's got the length, speed, and all-around defense to make every possession tough. That matchup comes down to who hits jumpers. Yeah. Because both dudes are going to cancel each other out, in their drives and whatnot. So 1v1, who you got? Kawhi or Scottie?
That's a good point. Yeah, I think with that being said, I'm going Kawhi. I was about to say Scottie Pippen, but no, I'm going Kawhi Leonard there as well because I just think he can get his own shot in a better sense than Scottie Pippen. Like Scottie Pippen, to your point, better playmaker. Maybe. I mean, you could argue maybe a better fit on a team. I don't know. I'm not going to take it that far, but one-on-one, I'm going to go with Kawhi Leonard just because he's going to be able to get whatever shot he wants from the mid-range.
Yeah.
And he's one of those players where it doesn't like matter how you defend. It's more about how it comes off his hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like if he gets his form off, he's going to make it regardless if the hand.
I mean, Kawhi is like one of the best mid-range shooters ever played this game.
Yeah.
And on top of that, to your point, I hate to bring this up, bro. That's why I started laughing, bro. Like, I hate to bring this up, but you remember that shot.
Yeah, he traveled.
The toilet bowl shot. So
he traveled. Yeah.
Hey, they still.
I remember.
They counted it. So, hey.
Of course they did.
They was trolling my dude Joel Embiid on the internet. I'm like, bro, if y'all put yourselves in this situation, that would hurt your fucking heart too.
Absolutely, absolutely. He was young too.
To end on a shot like that, bro. Are you kidding me, bro?
Yeah.
I gotta have a whole offseason thinking about that.
Yeah.
Whole offseason, like, come on.
And look, looking back on it, he probably cried more. I mean, that was the last time he got to play with Jimmy. That was probably the closest they've been towards any type of like contending for an actual championship. I mean, Toronto went on to win the chip.
That was the best team y'all have had in years, bro. Like y'all had Jimmy, JJ, Tobias, Ben, Joel. Y'all had Mike Scott.
The only one that I would maybe take over is when we had Harden and Embiid was just injured, man. And Embiid had his eye was messed up, his knee was messed up that season, but still able to compete against the Celtics. Yeah, and just couldn't push through. But yeah, that was one of the best. I mean,
we know a lot of scorers in that.
Hey, but I don't know if you saw the recent Sixers post. I know you probably don't follow the Sixers account. Embiid was in practice shooting without the knee brace. So Sixers fans, we're getting a little bit of juice back, bro. I might be able to get a little bit more excited this year.
That's what's up, bro.
You know how that ends, though, Slim. You know how that ends for me, bro.
We seen how it went when y'all signed PG and how the hype was going into that season.
We don't got to talk about that. Hey, PG was pumping some iron in them videos, too. He was in there getting the work in. They all getting the work in. And
that's what's up, though.
They better play game one, though.
You think so?
I don't know, bro. I really never know with the Sixers, bro.
Yeah, no, brother. Don't feel bad.
Fair. Sign Quentin Grimes back first. Let's do that. Anything else before we get out of here, brother?
Hey, man, that's pretty much it, man. It's a fun time linking up doing this. Very interesting list. We had similarities and differences, but for the most part, we had the same names, so that's what's up.
You excited for shooting guards?
Yeah, shooting the guards in general should be very interesting.
That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
that is gonna be crazy. We're gonna have to correlate off air positions. Because that's just going to be crazy. I already know. Just a little insight. Me and Slim, we go back and forth like throughout the week leading up to the show, trying to figure out which positions we're going to put these guys in. Because they just, you've said it so many times, positionless basketball is where we're at right now. But got to find some way to organize these guys.
Yeah, for sure. The NBA to the Galaxy pod list, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Not ESPN, anywhere else. The NBA to the Galaxy pod list.
Yes, sir. Get us out of here, Slim.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't already. We appreciate all the love, all the newcomers coming through and watching the video. Turn your notifications on so you won't miss any more of this great content moving forward. Follow my guy on X. Is literally in his name, at Scottie Drown. Follow me on X at R2R30111. Follow the TikTok at NBA to the Galaxy pod as well as to the Galaxy pod on X. And hey, man, we'll try to be back here again next week to do top 15 shooting guards in the NBA. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, we like 2 weeks away from training camp. So hey, the NBA season is almost here, man. You know, football season tipped off. You know, my guy Scottie, you know, they got their thing going on over there with Turf Talk. So make sure you guys tap in with them. So
appreciate that.
That's pretty much it, man. We'll try to be back here again next week. So
I know that's right. Appreciate you hosting the show for us, Slim, as always, my man. And we'll see all of you guys next week. Cheers.
Yeah. Peace.
Happy Friday. This is Aaron on Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday.